Hello everyone and welcome back to the garage. I'm Sam. Recently I became an owner of the Nintendo Switch. The reason that it's convenient is because you can plug it in with the use of an HDMI cable and play on your TV. Also, you can unplug it and still play on the go. Also, after I bought this, I also bought all these accessories. Now this would have been okay if I was going to use this in one place all the time. But I want to still be able to pack this up and play it on the go. So the object today is figure out how to get all these accessories into a small enough carry case that I can just take it with me wherever I want. So check it out. Okay guys, apologies in advance for audio problems if there is any. It's really windy out there, so gusts might interfere, but name of the game today is we are turning this ammo box into a Nintendo Switch case with some thin plywood to act as kind of dividers. This is our...
And the door just blew open.
The door just opened by itself.
How exciting.
Okay, back on track. This was our plan to get all the accessories inside the ammo box perfectly. We had a lot of different variations, but I believe we beat our high score on this one.
Yep,
so
that's the winner.
That's the winner, and we're going to take all of that, put it in here, use these as dividers. Theoretically, this should all work. Alright, so based on the plywood that we're using, it's really thin stuff, so you can't exactly nail and screw it together. So, just for some added rigidity and firmness, we're just cutting in little dados into the sides here, and that should lock it into place.
Besides making it easier to put together, those little dados gives us more glue surface area, so it'll make it stronger too. So, Yavo?
Yes. Over there too.
Are you kidding?
The fact that she thinks
To ensure that we get these dados in the exact same place on both sides of the box, we're cutting them on the sled and we're using a stop block. So all I've got to do is make the first cut, and then before I reposition anything, I make the exact same cut on the other board. So that way they're guaranteed to be in the same place on both boards. Okay, before we get too overzealous cutting a whole bunch of these, I'm gonna give it a little test fit here.
just about perfect.
That looks pretty darn good.
Alright guys, here's the plan. We cut the dados in the 1/4 inch material. Here, 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 and here. Now we have to cut out 1/8 inch thick dividers. Here, here, and also here.
Because there's so many dividers that have to go into this thing kind of at the same time, to glue them all up at the same time would be a bit of a nightmare, so we're doing it kind of a couple pieces at a time. So Sam's gluing in a couple of these thin ones. Ooh, nice glue squeeze out. And we'll just kind of build it from the inside out, if that makes sense. Okay, Sam's going to cut out this little notch here on the corner of this piece, and we will explain what that's for later, because it's kind of cool. Okay, we got this glued up and clamped. It was kind of a mess, so sorry we didn't get that on video. We've got one more divider to go in here, but Sam had a good idea. He said maybe we shouldn't glue that one in, and it will give us the option to have one big compartment later on if we want. And actually, that might not have been a bad idea with these too, but too late now. We're already committed. That was horrific.
All right, this is our template, basically. And it doesn't fit in there, but the reason why is just because the corners right here, you see they're a little too big.
They're just a perfect 90-degree corner.
Yeah, so what we gotta do is kind of sort of round off the edges and sand those down just a bit. We might even end up sanding the entire thing if needed, but we're just trying to get this to fit in there snugly. Rounded now, but the real question is, will it fit inside this thing?
It's got no choice.
Well, that answers our question.
Like a glove?
Sort of. Alright, so now we're just making segments for the tray that will eventually fit into the top of the actual case itself.
It'll sit up in this area.
And it'll hold the actual switch.
Yep, yep. Glue.
It's very quiet. The birds aren't over here.
Oh. Oh, I guess we need a square, don't we? Oh, there's one right there. How convenient.
It magically appeared.
Guess we can throw a couple clamps on there for a few minutes. Sam was tuning up the end of our glue up. It was a little bit wonky, so taking it to the disc sander and smoothing it out a little bit. Luxurious.
Tray is sanded down.
Check it out.
Just rests on top of the thing we got going on the bottom.
Compartments for all the goodies and a tray for the switch.
Now we're getting over to what this notch is for here. We cut that out because we wanted to put this power bank in here. This thing is huge. Like, it carries a lot of energy in it.
I can't remember exactly how big, but it's
big.
It's pretty significant.
It's definitely on the higher end. But so we're going to cut a hole here in this area just so we can have a place to charge like controllers and even a phone. Like, it doesn't have to be anything switch related, but basically that thing will peek out here and you can just charge anything you want to on the go, which is pretty convenient, I think.
Yes. Christmas tree bit to the rescue.
I don't want to touch it, it's really hot.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so we cut our hole in the bottom of this guy, and then we attached our battery bank in the bottom just with some double-sided foam tape stuff. And then this guy slips down over the top of that, and now we've got built-in battery power. Sweet.
So this is the tray that's actually going to be holding the switch, and it, like we said earlier, rests just on top of the actual compartment for the
accessories and stuff will go down
itself.
there.
And just because we have it, some padding that we might try using. I don't know what's so satisfying about the texture and like rubbing up against this.
Yeah, it's
but
odd.
This is what it will look like when it's done cutting. So we got 3 layers of this, whatever you call this again.
Format foam?
Yeah, I'll just go with that. Format foam. Kinda, sorta didn't have enough there, so we kinda had to use a bit of the ridged area, but hey, if it's on the bottom, no one's gonna know.
Nobody will ever know. We'll put the ugliest cuts on the bottom and the middle, and the top one will look fantastic.
Spend all your money in the front yard.
There we go. Instant thumb hole. We're going to use some regular contact adhesive to glue the foam inserts into the little tray. It works pretty good on this foam, so that's what we're using.
Alrighty, so stuff we're doing with this foam isn't exactly the most complex thing in the world. Tim, I'm trying to talk.
Zip it, Timmy.
I'm trying to tell our viewers about stuff you can do with foam. Sorry about that. Dude. Anyway, so like I was saying earlier, I'm sorry. Like I was saying earlier with the foam, I cannot concentrate. I am sorry. Dude.
Go on, get.
Alright, so obviously the stuff we're doing with this foam isn't exactly the most complicated thing in the world, but there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this foam. If you want some examples of that, there's a channel that we like to watch called Punished Props. There's this guy named Builder Ann. He likes to make literally like swords and
He makes like
armor,
helmets and suits, like all kinds of crazy
He makes his stuff all out of this foam and nothing else.
Yeah.
Just the contact cement and the foam by itself. He makes movie props and a lot of other things like that. So definitely go check out his channel and watch some of his videos.
Yeah, we'll leave a link down in the description for you to check it out.
Check it out. Contact cement, I think, might have expanded this foam just a little bit.
It might have.
There we go.
Like a glove.
I was literally just about to say that.
You can still say it.
Like a glove.
Leave a comment if you can guess what all this means.
Give you a good look. There we go.
Yeah. So, yeah. We're just going to use this as a stencil and paint it on so it looks a little bit more authentic. And this is not really the correct way to do this, but I just want to get it done. So this is the way I'm doing it. I don't really have to worry about bubbles because we're going to end up peeling it right back off after we paint it. I would do normally if I was applying vinyl, I'd do a little better job, but this is just temporary. Seriously?
Why are you all so loud?
And why are you in here? You've got an entire huge yard full of bugs to eat. I want this to be fairly light, and if there's a couple of little, mist spots or something, that's okay. That just makes it look more authentic stencil-y. Alrighty, time to reveal. I didn't let this paint dry for very long, which may or may not be a problem. We'll find out in a second.
Things might come out a little wonky.
Okay, off camera we cut a few pieces of foam to put in the bottom of these to kind of protect everything and keep things from flopping around. And then also on the lid, we put a piece inside the lid so that it comes down and just touches on the switch and keeps everything in there firmly and nothing flops around. It worked really well. Dude, we're shooting a video.
Oh, darn it. Sorry.
Good grief.
I was doing pretty good too.
Well, not anymore. Man, this thing turned out better than we could have imagined. There's a place for everything and everything in its place, and it protects everything really well. What you guys don't know is we actually used this already. We took a little vacation and chucked this in the back of the van, and it protected everything perfectly. It worked fantastically.
Yeah, so it already works pretty cool. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, make sure you click up here. Also, to check out our last video, make sure you click down here so you don't miss out on that. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks. See y'all. My phone's dying. Hang on a second.
Can I have my switch back now?
I suppose, for crying out loud.
Yes.
We've got onboard juice.